Good morning, everyone. The topic that I am going to discuss is all about periodicals and serials. So, before that, let us define what is periodical. So, periodical is a publication with multiple articles which appears more than once, usually on a regular basis. Articles from periodicals provide more recent information than books since they can publish more quickly. So, sinasabi po dito na mas updated siya kaysa sa libro kasi ang libro pwede pong maging old or new. Same lang naman sila ng purpose, kaso ang difference lang ng periodical sa libro is yung periodical like newspapers, magazine is updated siya every week unless sa book na nakadepende siya sa time of publish or even the copyright. So there are three types of periodicals. Those are scholarly periodical, trade periodical, and popular periodical. So first, let's talk about the scholarly periodical. So scholarly periodical, it is a periodical that contains articles written by expert in the particular field of study. It is usually called scholarly journal. Those are example of the scholarly journal, the American Journal of Sociology and Journal of Clinical Psychology. So, scholarly periodical articles typically written for scholars of same discipline. Scholarly periodical also can be peer-reviewed. So, what does it mean when a publication is peer-reviewed? A peer-reviewed publication is also sometimes referred to as a scholarly publication. The peer-reviewed process subjects an author's scholarly work, research, or ideas to the scrutiny of others who are expert in the same field and is considered necessary to ensure academic scientific quality. So next is the trade periodical. The trade periodical, it means that it is a publication aimed at practitioners in a certain trade or profession that contains articles about trends, news, and practice in the field. So, ang trade periodical, it is an articles written for practitioners of a field by practitioners in the same field. So, ang trade periodicals ay articles na gawa ng mga practitioners sa kapwa practitioners na same ang field of study. Like for example, if ikaw ay isang practitioner sa field of study ng engineering at ang article mo ay intended lang sa mga kapwa mo engineers na same ang field of study. Kasi yung engineer is marami pong iba't iba po yung field of study. Meron pong civil engineering, agricultural engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering. So, if ikaw is practitioner sa field of study ng civil engineering, yung articles na written articles mo is intended lang po only for the civil engineering field of study. And the last type of periodicals, the third types of periodicals is the popular periodicals. So the popular periodical, it is usually a magazine or a general magazines and newspapers. The popular periodical articles written by professional writers, and it is focused on general news or entertainment magazines. So, before that, nag-search, nag-search po ako ng services and resources aside sa library portal ng USM. So, yung na-search ko po is from Manuel is in Vergara University Foundation in Lucena City, and these are their services and the resources in the access of the collections on the periodical sections. So, their services are: the periodical section supports the teaching and research mission of the university by providing public assistance, access, storage, maintenance, and management of periodicals collections. For research purposes, several periodicals are indexed and now available in the OPAC. Collections are for inside use only. Newspapers and local magazines may be borrowed by faculty and non-teaching personnel after 5 p.m. and to be returned early in the morning of the next day. Next is the access to the collections of the periodical section. The open shelf system is used in this section. Bound periodicals are arranged alphabetically by title on the shelves. Back issues are also arranged alphabetically by title and organized by back issue in the stock. Current issues are properly displayed on racks. So, yung mga collection nila is like sa mga magazines and newspapers. Yung mga old issues, yung mga old dates is nakastack yun siya alphabetically sa sa back issues area, pero naka-arrange siya alphabetically. Then yung mga current issues na mga stocks nila is naka-stack sa racks doon po sa front ng kanilang section, which is naka-focus doon kasi mga current issues yung lahat-lahat na yun. Naka-separate po yung mga old issues and new issues ng periodicals in terms of magazines and newspapers. And that is the services and the access of the collections in the periodical sections from Manuel S. and Vergara University Foundation. Next is the serial sections. The serial sections, according to the National Library of the Philippines, the serial section provides access to serials which are locally published, produced by for non-governmental organizations, institutions, and societies, and any academic and university presses created or controlled by non-governmental organizations such as sectarian, non-sectarian, or any other private schools and institution beginning 1945 up to present. Next is the serial sections collections. Also, this information is according also from the National Library of the Philippines, that it says that serial sections collections include provincial newspapers, campus and university journals, brochures, souvenirs, and fiesta programs, invitations, posters, leaflets, calendars, posters, and other emperals. Those collections are general because this information is from the National Library of the Philippines. And then next is the serial publications examples. Those are the magazines, newspapers, newsletters, annual publications, reports, yearbooks, directories, etc. Company reports, minutes of periodical conferences, transactions, etc. Monographic series can also be considered a serial publication. Next is the function of serial sections. The serial department is responsible for all functions related to obtaining and making serials available in the library. These include ordering, receiving, cataloging, binding, maintaining holdings, list alphabetical and subject, shelvings, and physical weeding. And for summary, periodicals, journals, magazines, annuals, and irregular serials are all types of serials. A periodical is a type of serial published with a fixed interval between each issue. Journals and magazines are types of periodicals. So before I end my discussion, I would like to give you a simple quotation. Says that to read a book for the first time is to make an acquaintance with a new friend. To read it second time is to meet an old one by anonymous. So thank you everyone for listening. God bless and stay safe. Thank you.